Dear friends, in this video we will learn how to use DGET function. DGET function is nothing but a lookup function, but like VLOOKUP, it can searches result from left column of lookup value. So here is a table, employee master, with containing name, real number, code, grade, category, designation, date of birth, detergent, location of posting, department, unit, and CTC. Here is a table where there is a code, and we have to find the name of that particular code, corresponding name of that particular code. So the syntax is DGET. First, we have to select the database. Here is our database is the entire table. We select, and by clicking F4, we are freezing the table area. Thereafter comes field. In this field, in this table, we have to find name corresponding to the grade. The name column is in the number 1 column of this table, so we can put it as number 1. So we can put it as number 1. We can put it as number 1. We can put it as number 1. Otherwise, we can put the name of that particular header. Name of that particular header, that is name. But we are now using only number 1 number column, and thereafter criteria. Here is our criteria is code and corresponding header code and corresponding value. Close, enter. I'll show the syntax separately later on. Now we can change the code. Such we are finding P07079, P0079 instead of H0053. Control V, Abhijit Pal. So you have to remember that DGET function. Here in the DGET function, there should be a criteria, and criteria will be code along with search box code. If I use this header as C space ODE, then it will give a value error. That is, it cannot find P007 from this table because the row header 1, the searching header is not C space ODE but CODE. It is not case sensitive. We can put it at small or proper or capital, whatever it may be. But we have to remember another thing, that if there is a duplicate entry of P0079, if there is a duplicate entry of P0079, P0079, then it reflects number error, because DGET function cannot work with duplicate data. If your table contains duplicate rows, duplicate data, then DGET function will not allow. Here, VLOOKUP is something different. Where VLOOKUP, we find duplicate data, it always gives first data. It always gives result from the first data. But DGET function does not work with duplicate data. Another thing we have to remember, the DGET function also find any criteria, any value from a table with multiple criteria also. Like here we have a grade and designation. We have to now find the name. How can we find? Let's see. Is equal to DGET. Database. Our database is this enter table, F4 to fridge, field to find, here we have to find a name. So we are seeing that name is contained in first column, that is we can use 1. Otherwise, as I say earlier, we can put the name of the header, that is name here. Since it is a text, we can put it under double inverted comma name. Then the third criteria is, third syntax is criteria. Here our criteria is grade and designation. Grade and designation. Which bracket close, enter. Now, if I change the GM name of GM designation GM construction to GM project, GM contracts, it says Obhijit Rai. GM projects, it says there is no GM projects. There is no GM projects. If I put here GM, no. If I put here GM con, no. GM QNS, yes. By putting GM construction, it is reflecting the name of local country, who is actually the name of GM construction. But you have to remember, DGET function always works with approximate data, not nearest match. If here is, if we GM CONT and ST contract, we need not to put GM contract, but by putting GM cont, he is finding the nearest match along with multiple criteria, grade and designations. But if there is L15 is twice, and with GM contracts, it will also provide a value. So you have to remember, the DGET function works with, does not work with duplicate data, and DGET function works with multiple criteria, and DGET function can find values from left side of lookup column, which VLOOKUP cannot. But the disadvantage of DGET function is, it cannot move. We cannot copy the function downward, because we have always to give the header row and along with the search criteria. So multiple search criteria it cannot accept. This is a very disadvantage of DGET function. So this is DGET function. The syntax is equal to DGET data criteria. This one, the syntax is DGET syntax is this. The syntax is DGET database, field and criteria. Database means the table we have from which we have to find the values. Field means the number of rows, number of columns, which we have to, in which column we have to search the result, and criteria is the header row along it can be multiple or single header row with search criteria. That's all. Thank you.